What a beautiful weather do we have today in Düsseldorf. I'm heading to the Cologne to take part in XP2017. Yoo! I made it on time. The place is pretty empty so far, but it will change pretty soon. So I'm gonna reward myself with a cup of coffee.
So after spending half of the day on the workshop about managing technical debt, I think we all doomed, and the technical debt is not going away because none of the approaches that this doctoral study participant presented seems to have any chance of effectiveness, for me at least. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope they're gonna prove me wrong, and they're gonna somehow heal the software industry, but well, good luck. So because of this reason, I decided not to stay for the second part of the day on this workshop. I gotta switch to something else.
The decision to change workshops was good. This one, about exploring other architecture, is much better, much more engaging, I think provides much more value, teaches the way of thinking. So I'm pretty satisfied with just having a coffee break and then getting back to the job. First day of XP17 is coming to an end. I spent a pretty interesting day. The second half of the day was definitely better than the first one. It was a good workshop hosted by Patrick Kua. I learned new things and I will try to apply them. I wanted to share real quickly what this workshop in the afternoon that I liked was about. So its opening theme was that the architectural or cross-functional concerns are sometimes neglected in Agile because teams focus on delivering new features, but this is the suboptimal way because then the pace at which the new features are delivered diminishes. And the workshop was about providing framework to structure discussion about architectural issues within the team. So it's quite simple. It works as follows. You gather what you know about the project, about the requirements, and then you categorize your knowledge in 3 columns. Functional requirements, which is basically what is the business case, what is the software going to do. Then you put down cross-functional requirements, which is like how we're gonna test it, how we're gonna secure it, and so on. And then in the third column you put technical risks, which is what you are afraid of or where do you think the weak points can appear. So as you probably guessed, the second and third column are not really independent. For example, you can have so you can have a technical risk of your data being stolen because of the gap in a framework, right? So this somehow bleeds in a cross-functional requirement. How do we choose a proper framework? Anyway, so after you divided what you know into these 3 categories, you take the functional category out of the picture. So you make sure that everybody knows what we're talking about, what software are we doing or what software are we wanting to do, and then you take it out of the picture and start to discuss about the listed items in those second and third column. So the way of discussing it is actually, it varies. We had in workshop we had 4 teams. Each team was different and each was doing it in its own way. In my team we were having like a normal flip chart discussion with post-its and drawing arrows and non-UML diagramming. So this is like a usual bread and butter of somebody who's doing architecture. But what struck me and what was actually the goal is that the main gain of this exercise is that by doing this, even if a time box constrained environment like in a workshop, the understanding of an architecture of a system that you are trying to build evens out among the participants, and that's exactly the mind gain of applying this way of talking about it.